So you have probably noticed your neighbors working in their garden, doing some yard work. Spring is the time of year when we all like to get out and get our yards in great shape, kind of put them on display in our neighborhoods. But it's not just about your flowers or your bushes. Your trees need attention too. Arborist Billy Matthews is with the North Carolina Davy Tree Office in Greensboro, and he's here to tell us about some of the trees that bloom in the spring and beyond and how we need to take care of them. You know, I mean, you're in the business of tree preservation for the most part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to make sure that the trees that we have are healthy. Correct. So that if there is, you know, a storm, like, you know, a bad, you know, thunderstorm, they don't get blown over.
That the weak branches don't break out and become an issue. You know, most all the trees have budded out and developing their leaves now, so you can inspect the canopy of your trees. Ones that aren't developing leaves, they're probably dead. So just prune those out. That helps promote the health of the tree and just good structure within the tree.
When we're talking about pruning the tree, you know, the ones, the areas that maybe have the dead leaves or no leaves at all, how do you, is there a proper way to prune it?
Yeah, where the limb meets the trunk of the tree is called the branch collar. You want to prune back to there. That will encourage it to develop wound wood, which in turn should grow over and close that wound. You don't want to just randomly stub it off. That could open up to disease and pest problems.
So you do it as that?
Yeah, you do it kind of an angle where that branch collar is. Yeah, and used to they would put the paint on there.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Do we have to do that paint stuff anymore?
Not anymore. They went back and years later took that paint off and looked, and because it was petroleum based, it actually led to disease problems. And so now just let Mother Nature run its course. So you get some air in there so it'll stay drier. But prune back to the collar.
Is there a way to tell your tree, you know, other than, yes, a lot of trees will have the leaves come out and they'll be healthy, but then in the middle of it you can see where they're starting to die out?
Yeah, unless you see a cavity on that trunk of the tree, you really can't tell. Or mushrooms, so that's a good thing to look for. If you see these fleshy mushrooms going around the trunk of the tree at the buttress flare, that could be an indication that there is decay within that root flare or within the roots of the trees. And a lot of times those are the ones that end up blowing over in storms. So look for mushrooms, look for a cavity in the side of the tree. Going into spring is also a good time to consider fertilizing your trees. Slow release fertilizer will help promote more root mass, good fertility within the root zone, have a healthier tree, more resistant to disease and pest problems. Most of those fibrous roots are within that top 12 inches of the soil, so a good idea is an injection technique to get the fertilizer down into that root zone.
So more of a liquid type?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. And one last thing, a lot of our trees sometimes will grow, you know, in plants we call them suckers, you know, where they come out of that joint
get some of those sucker sprouts in the middle of the tree.
Yeah, should we take those out?
Yeah, prune those out. That would be a good idea. Just keep the tree cleaner, keeps that canopy cleaner. And once again, promotes proper branch structure within the tree.
All right, so this has been great. I've learned a lot. I hope you have too. Thanks so much.
Thank you.